I move that the House suspend the rules and agree to House Concurrent Resolution 32, expressing the sense of Congress regarding the execution-style murders of United States citizens Yili Agron and Mehmed Batici in the Republic of Serbia in July 1999.
The clerk will report the title of the concurrent resolution.
House Concurrent Resolution 32, concurrent resolution expressing the sense of Congress regarding the execution-style murders of United States citizens Yuli Agron and Mehmet Batici in the Republic of Serbia in July 1999.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from New York, Mr. Engel, and the gentleman from New York, Mr. Zeldin, each will control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from New York.
I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks and include extraneous material on H.Con.Res 32.
Without objection,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
the gentleman is recognized.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking Mr. Zeldin for authoring this resolution. This measure is one particularly close to my heart. I have had, in my career in Congress, I've had long dealings with the Albanian community, both in the Balkans and in America. So this one really hurts, since I know the family of these 3 brothers who were murdered. Yili Agron and Mehmet Batici were 3 brothers from New York State who were killed execution-style by Serbia officials after they mistakenly crossed the unmarked Serbia-Kosovo border. Their bodies were discovered with their hands bound behind their backs in a mass grave in 2001. Serbian President Vučić promised me 3 years ago that his government would bring the murderers to justice, but this hasn't happened. In fact, there isn't even a serious criminal investigation underway. This is appalling, and sadly it's part of a pattern we see with Serbian war criminals responsible for crimes against the people of Kosovo. The Batici brothers are only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to post-conflict justice in Serbia. And we had a hearing on the Foreign Affairs Committee several weeks ago about this very topic. Approaching 3 years ago, the Belgrade-based Humanitarian Law Center released a dossier detailing the murder of nearly 1,000 Kosovars killed by Serbs in Kosovo, then transported to Serbia and dumped in a mass grave. The U.S. government has raised this atrocity with the Serbian war crimes prosecutor, but once again, no one has been held accountable, although I believe with all my heart Serbian authorities know who is responsible for this. Let's be clear. If Serbia wants to join the West and its institutions, they must deal with their past and prosecute those responsible for war crimes. I encourage our EU friends to hold Serbia to this standard when considering Serbia's candidacy. Today's resolution makes it clear that Serbia must fully investigate the Batici brothers' case and bring justice to the families of these murdered New Yorkers. Their family currently lives in New York in Mr. Zeldin's district. It also calls on the U.S. government to encourage and assist a successful prosecution of this case. So I strongly support this measure, and again want to thank Mr. Zeldin for his excellent work and partnership with me in trying to push the Serbian government to find justice for these New Yorkers. I urge all members to support this measure, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman